Can we actually secure the future of our food supply by completely removing soil from the equation? I know it sounds a bit like science fiction, but it's rapidly becoming our everyday reality. Welcome to This Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through today's topic. We're going to dive into something that is fundamentally reshaping how we think about agriculture, resource management, and, well, what ends up on our dinner plates.
Today, we're exploring the incredible intersection of hydroponics and biotechnology. We're looking at a true revolution in agriculture, one that's being created by combining highly efficient mechanical growing systems with cutting-edge biological advancements. Basically, we're stripping away the traditional farm and replacing it with precision engineering and cellular mastery.
Here's our quick roadmap for the explainer. We'll start with farming without soil, move to the hydroponic hardware, check out the biotechnology software, discuss upgrading the farm, look at real-world applications, and wrap up with the future of food. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. Farming without soil. Establishing the baseline.
Before we get into all the complex genetics, let's make sure we establish our baseline. First up is hydroponics. You can really think of this as essentially an IV drip for plants. It's a modern farming technique that bypasses the soil entirely. So, instead of forcing roots to aggressively search through dirt for what they need, hydroponics just delivers perfectly balanced macronutrients, stuff like nitrogen and calcium, alongside micronutrients right straight to the roots through a nutrient-rich water solution. It's literally pure efficiency.
And then we have our second core concept. If hydroponics is the physical hardware of our new futuristic farm, biotechnology is the ultimate software update. This means taking advanced biological techniques, things like plant tissue culture, molecular breeding, and genetic engineering, and applying them directly to the crop. The goal here is to use biology itself to maximize plant growth, improve disease resistance, and ensure absolute sustainability.
Moving on to Section 2, the hydroponic hardware, building the machine.
So what does it take to actually build this machine? Well, every single soilless system relies on 5 crucial components working together in perfect harmony. Even though there's no soil, you still need a growing medium to physically support the roots. These are inert things like rock wool, coco coir, or perlite. Then you need your perfectly mixed nutrient solution, high-quality clean water to carry it, an oxygen supply, usually from air pumps, because roots gotta breathe, and finally, a light source to drive photosynthesis, whether that's natural sunlight or high-tech LED grow lights. And there isn't just one way to put all of this together. This shows how brilliantly different hydroponic setups can deliver those vital nutrients. You've got deep water culture, where roots just chill in oxygenated water, or the nutrient film technique, where a tiny continuous stream flows right over them. You could use a drip system, an ebb and flow setup that floods and drains periodically, or you can go super high-tech with aeroponics, literally suspending the roots in midair and hitting them with a nutrient mist for maximum oxygen.
All right. Section 3, the biotechnology software, programming for success.
Now, just check out the stark contrast here. A standard hydroponic plant is great, for sure. It grows faster than soil crops, but it still has a standard yield and is susceptible to disease. But when you apply genetic engineering and molecular breeding, wow, you get a complete biological powerhouse. We're talking about vastly improved yields, enhanced nutritional quality, built-in disease resistance, and even drought tolerance just in case your water supply gets interrupted. And if we zoom in even closer, literally down to the microscopic level, we hit microbial biotechnology. By intentionally introducing beneficial microbes, like specific growth-promoting bacteria and beneficial fungi, we can dramatically upgrade the plant's health. These microbes basically act as a living biological shield, suppressing diseases naturally. They also seriously enhance root development, which means we can drastically reduce our dependence on harsh chemical fertilizers. So how does this biological programming actually work in practice? Well, it usually kicks off with step 1, plant tissue culture. This is where we produce absolutely uniform, disease-free clones to use as our starting material. Step 2 is marker-assisted selection, which means using DNA markers to choose the best traits before the plant even grows. And step 3 is molecular diagnostics, serving as a rapid, early warning system to detect pathogens and completely prevent disease outbreaks from ruining the farm. Which brings us to Section 4, upgrading the farm, molecular biology and bioinformatics.
This is where the integration gets incredibly sci-fi. Through bioinformatics, we can use artificial intelligence to analyze entire plant genomes. We can identify specific genes linked to desirable traits, conduct complex gene expression studies, and execute precise genome editing.
But maybe the most impressive part is that these tools give us the power to predict exactly how a crop is going to respond to environmental stress, letting us engineer resilient, future-proof hydroponic crops.
Section 5. Real-world applications. From lettuce to medicine.
Okay, so what does this hardware and software combo actually give us in the real world? The coolest thing is how beautifully this tech scales. It's used heavily in indoor vertical farming to maximize space. We're talking massive, multi-level facilities producing everyday veggies like lettuce and spinach, fruits like strawberries, and culinary herbs. But because of the absolute precision of the nutrients and the environment, it's also the perfect setup for strictly controlled medicinal plants, ensuring you get perfectly consistent quality with every single harvest.
Now, to look at this objectively, we have to weigh those massive advantages against some very real-world limitations. On the plus side, super fast growth, higher yields, zero soil-borne diseases, and incredible water efficiency. But on the flip side, the initial setup costs are definitely no joke. You need real technical expertise to run these systems, and there is a massive dependence on electricity. Since there's no dirt to act as a buffer, if the power or water fails, your crops can literally die within hours. So flawless monitoring is an absolute must.
And that leads us right into Section 6, the future of food, next-gen innovations.
Looking ahead, where is all of this going? The innovations are moving at lightning speed. We are rapidly seeing AI-based monitoring and Internet of Things sensors hook up to create fully automated smart farms. We've got CRISPR-based crop improvement pushing out entirely climate-resilient varieties. And to solve that heavy electricity dependence we just talked about, the future is all about integrating these precision farming networks directly with renewable energy grids. What this whole integration really means is that sustainable year-round food production is now becoming possible literally anywhere. Because this system doesn't rely on arable land, we can drop a high-yield vertical farm right in the middle of a dense urban center, totally slashing transport emissions. And looking even further up, this exact synergy of hydroponics and biotechnology is literally the blueprint for how we're going to sustainably feed astronauts on future space missions. At the end of the day, merging soilless farming with this advanced genetic and microbial tech is absolutely crucial. It's frankly one of the most powerful strategies we have to produce high-quality crops, conserve our dwindling resources, and tackle global food scarcity head-on. Which leaves us with a pretty wild question to chew on as we wrap up this explainer. As this technology scales out of labs and into massive commercial vertical farms in our cities, how long do you think it'll be before absolutely everything on your dinner plate is grown without a single drop of rain or a speck of dirt? Are you ready for the fully engineered future of food? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive today. Stay curious and keep learning.